Greetings, sports fans. ASMR Sports here. Wow, it's been a while since I've done a video. I've just been very busy and haven't had a whole lot that I wanted to do content-wise, but I have been getting some things that I've wanted to do a little bit of a video about, so that's what we're here for. It has been an interesting week, and I'll tell you some stories that have happened to me as we go here, but yeah, it's been kind of nuts. I almost got defrauded. I had my identity stolen. Yeah, hopefully I've managed to evade both of those problems, but not without at least some cost to me, so I'll tell you a little bit about that. But in any event, today we've got a couple things here. I just wanted to go over a few items that I'll have in my online store, hotcardboard.com. Some of which are the packs you see in this box. These are just a bunch of loose kind of wax packs and stuff from over the years that I think I'm gonna put online just because I like to get them sold. I have a box of Star Trek Picard that just came out like last week, and I got my boxes. I got 4 boxes from my distributor. I could have gotten probably unlimited numbers, but there's not really much value in this stuff. Like if I sold these on eBay or something, I'd sell it at a loss. It would cost me more to sell them than I paid for them, and that I would pay in fees. So I just got these for my kind of personal likes. Although if anybody's interested in a box, that I've got 3 left, and I'd be happy to list them on my site. I've also got a few retail items that I'll tell you about. So that's the agenda for today. Hope everybody's doing well. Get a little gum chewing. I got a complaint from somebody that I wasn't chewing like enough gum, or I wasn't like doing enough chewing. But that's actually the first time I've heard a complaint like that, so I'm not sure if others agree, or if it's just sort of an uncommon sentiment, but alright, so in any event, I've got this box of cards that I've just sort of collected. Actually, a lot of these things I opened up like a part of a box on this show and didn't really want to open the rest of it, so just collected these packs, and now I'm gonna try to get rid of them, because when I posted like some of the cheaper packs, I think I posted like 1990 Score Football Series 2 for like 39 cents a pack or something, and I had like some 90 Fleer Football, which actually is pretty fun rip in my view, but not a ton of value in the singles there. And yeah, a few other things. I did like 2018 Donruss Baseball retail, and I had a bunch of other stuff that was just all stuff that I, kind of like this, I just collected over the years, and didn't really have anything to do with it, so I listed them up for pretty cheap. So I'm gonna try to do these pretty cheap as well, and hopefully people will be interested. So these are 1991, I think. 1991, yep. Topps Archives. So this is like the first archive set that Topps ever came out with, and it's a lot different than what Archives is today, but this was basically a reprint of the 1953 Topps baseball set. So that set actually was a tall boy card, and these are just regular 3x4 inches, so they shrunk the size down, and other than that they're just straight reproductions of the cards from 1953 Topps. So if you like kind of looking at older cards, these are fun. These are not too easy to find. I picked up a couple boxes like a million years ago, and at some point I sold one of the boxes, and I had opened some, I think, on a video, and had had maybe half a box left, so that's what those are. These are kind of fun. These are 1987, I believe. Or are these 86? Let's find out. Huh. Dang, I'm not sure what year these are, but I'll look it up. These are either 86 or 87 star stickers. Let me see if I have a box, actually. Yeah, one sec. Alright, so this is a box of 87, so let's see what these look like in terms of the packs. I used to love these when I was a kid. They were pretty hard to find. Okay, so this is what 87 looks like. How sweet is this? These have the Woolworths sticker on them. Fantastic. So these are 86s right there. Looks like there's like a pack missing from here, but I'm not gonna count them. They give you the old box bottoms. Nice. I do have. Look at this. I have a shelf right next to me that's got kind of a lot of older boxes, vintage stuff that I have. Not like my premium stuff, but a lot of the junkier stuff. So we're doing a little show and tell here. So this is a box of these guys, 86s, and we'll see that right there. See. So this is a full box of 86 star stickers. These things, again, they were not too easy to find. I would mostly see them at Ben Franklin stores. We had a Ben Franklin in my town. Actually, we used to have a couple of them, but one of them closed, and then one of them was around until, I don't know, maybe the late 90s. And they usually had like a pretty good selection of cards. They would have those like boxed, like 50 card Fleer sets too, and they would have, you know, Topps baseball, and they had basketball cards, I remember, but I never bought those. And they had football cards. Anyways, yeah, these were kind of hard to find when you were back in 86 and 87, but they were pretty sweet because every card in it is like a star. So, you know, you get your Doc Goods, you get your Don Manleys, you get your Darryl Strawberries, you get your Cal Ripkins and everything, and it was pretty sweet. So, anyways, a little blast from the past there. So yeah, I'll have these for sale. I don't know if they'll be 50 cents. They might be, though. I don't know. I'll have to see what they're going for and make them cheap. This is 1988 Pacific Legends. I used to love these too when I was a kid. So it's just like pictures of retired, or cards of retired players. A lot of cool cards in here. I think this is the original color cards. They had like a set that was black and white, but they look a bit different, and I think actually those were not even like 3x4 size cards, if I recall. Yeah, maybe they were. But this is sort of the original of this kind of line. They did like 3 series of these in like 88, 89, and maybe 90. And so these are the best ones in my view. So those are kind of fun. I used to love opening them up. Get a Mickey Mantle out of there. Get a Hank Aaron. So these are 1991 base Upper Deck High Series, and the Upper Deck 1991 product has gotten really hot. It's cooled down a bit in the last like few weeks, month, but it was super hot because the Jordan, like Chicago White Sox baseball card SP that you could pull out of not this high series but the low series, that was going for big money, especially when it was graded like PSA 10. So a lot of people were chasing those down. I have a couple, or I have maybe like 3 hobby boxes of the low series. These are the high series, and I think these have like a Chipper Jones rookie maybe in them. And maybe one or two other decent rookies. And you can find the Hank Aaron autograph if you're really, really lucky. But those are pretty cheap because they don't have the Jordan SP. So this one I definitely remember I opened up a half box of these. This is a 94 SP Hockey. I don't know if there's anything actually. There's maybe like one really good card in here. Let me see if I have a hockey packet. By the way, I've gotten a fair number of requests for price guide lookups, and some requests for eBay price lookups, which I'll have to figure out a way to do, or kind of what to do content-wise. But I can definitely do some of those. I appreciate the requests. I'm not even sure this set is going to be in here. A lot of times they just don't put sets in if they don't have like much in them. Oh, there it is, 94, 95 SP Hockey. So a bunch of like $2, $3 cards. You get Gretzky, of course. Yarmer Yager, Joe Sakic. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing everybody's name because I don't do hockey. Sorry, guys. Here's the rest. I think. Wait a minute. Yeah, Brett Hull. Matthias Oland, rookie. And then there's a few rookies worth like $1 or $2, but nothing big. Then you can get some die cuts. It looks like Gretzky's $8. So not a ton in there, but it's kind of a fun older product that used to be pretty premium. Now these ones I'm not gonna list because I opened these on a show, and they're all pretty bricked. I mean, they do come apart, but the cards that I got out of here did have paper damage, so I'm not gonna list those unless somebody tells me they really want damaged cards. These are pretty cool because they have Steve Nash and Kobe Bryant and one other guy. Well, they probably have Allen Iverson because he was the same rookie class. Yeah, I pulled, a fair number of those rookies. All had like little tiny paper kind of loss because of the sticking. Let's open up one right now. So you can see, you kind of gotta go like that, and then there's like little white spots that it leaves. So I'm not gonna sell those. But it is fun to see these cards. Look at that, Stephon Marbury. Yeah, too bad, because I bet the Kobe's out of here if they grade well, and these were, these cards are, other than the paper loss, like the corners and the edges are pretty nice. But I got a few Kobe's out of there, and they'd probably be worth a fair bit if they didn't have this paper loss, but they do. So I'll probably just throw those in the trash. Then I got a few of these 87 football packs, and if I recall, these cards were a little bit kind of like bent. Like maybe they had some exposure to heat or something. So I'll probably sell these because I think they're fine. The gum, in these old products can get a little bit nasty in there. This one has some ripping, so I'm going to open it up and we can kind of see what condition these cards are in. So I think they're a little bit like kind of warped. They're just a little bit like bendy. Actually, this one's not too bad. So it's like a little bit of a bend to it, but that really shouldn't affect the condition. And these stick together because of the gum. So, I'll sell these pretty cheap. I've only got 5 of these to sell, but yeah, so like the gum is, there's our monk, not bad. Oh, runny lot. Unfortunately, this is the gum card, so it's like super nasty. Art Stone, Dave Jennings, Tim McGee, rookie. That was a decent card back in the day, but look at the centering on that thing. Jimmy Crickets. gems out of there, but if you're looking for a fun older thing to break, I'll probably sell these for like $2 or something like that, which is way less than they're worth, but given the condition, I think that's perfectly fair. So, alright, next card is, I've got a stack of these. I'm not going to bring out all of them, but this is some really kind of interesting older football. This is 1990. I think it's like a Irish. Well, these were sold in Ireland. I don't know what like sort of league. Some of my soccer friends might know what this is. I actually have a whole box of this stuff that I could look at, but I don't really want to get up right now to do that. Well, this is a UK address, but I thought that this Irie, that means Ireland, I believe, right? So these were sold in that market, but presumably sold also in England, perhaps throughout the UK. But anyways, there's, gosh, doesn't even say. Okay, now I'm gonna get the box. Those bags are just devoid of information. So, it's one of these boxes. I'm actually not sure which, but I think it's maybe these ones. So these came factory sealed. Oh, it's not these because this is 91, 92. So it's got to be these. Except the pricing is wrong. What the hell? Alright, so I don't know what. Well, let's open one of these. So I think that's the card. Well, I don't know. That looks not the same as. Golly. Alright, there. I may have had a third box that these packs were in. Because this says fixture cards, and I would think it would say that on the packs. Alright, so I don't know what the hell these are. But there's some old 1990 football cards. Let's take a look at who's in here, and then I'm sure that my soccer experts on the channel will tell us what cards these are from. Derby County, Manchester United. So this looks like, is that like the English Premier League? EPL? Because these are all, of course, UK teams. In fact, I think they're all like English teams. Manchester United. I'm not from Chelsea, I think, right? That's in England. Man U, of course. Okay, so, well, I don't know. You soccer experts will know better than me, but these are still pretty small dollar packs. I mean, they're probably like $1 or $2 or something, which is pretty crazy because given how soccer has gone nuts. But a lot of these guys, I guess, didn't really, go on to much fame. Look at that Commodore. That is freaking awesome. Umbro. When I was a kid back in probably like the mid-90s, Umbro's soccer stuff was like the hot thing for kids to wear. So you wanted to have shorts with that little double diamond logo. Is that double diamond or a triple? Maybe it's a triple diamond. And I'm sure that was like something anybody who played soccer was like familiar with for ages. Kind of like Franklin, as a baseball brand, right? But you never see it like kids wearing in high school. But all of a sudden, man, everybody had to have these Umbro shorts. The little slit, they were soccer shorts. But everybody started wearing them. And I had like several pairs. They were kind of like stupid because they were super light. I mean, they're for soccer. They need to be very light and sort of flowy. So like, that's not the kind of clothing the kids would normally wear. I don't think. I mean, for girls, they make more because they're more like a light, kind of short that women might wear more normally. But guys, like boys from that age, usually wear like a longer short with like pockets and more thickness to the material. But nope, everybody was wearing those Umbro shorts. I remember them being very uncomfortable. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. All right. I got a few of these in this box, and I have more of these elsewhere. But these are, I think I've mentioned these before, but these are 1988 Topps miswraps. So these are like factory rejects that Topps spit out, and they used to sell these in like mass quantities to the public, and I got a like a 3,000 count box of them on eBay from like Crook Cards like 20 years ago for like, I don't know, probably like $10-20 or something for the whole box. And the cards in here are in very good condition. I've opened a fair number of these packs, but it's kind of cool little novelty. So I'll probably put these up if I can find my other stash room. I think I know where they are. And yeah, those will be pretty cheap. And the last thing is 1991 Stadium Club Series 2. Let's open one of these because I'm pretty sure these are in really good shape. Stadium Club cards, especially from this era. This is the first year they made them, 1991, although this is the second series, so this is not the first ever run of this product. This is like the second series of the first run. So these are about as old as they get, but these are, look at this, no bricking at all on these, really nice. So I kind of wonder what's on here. I wonder if there's like a Chipper Jones rookie, Robin Yount, Hall of Famer, Dave Righetti, Charlie Huff, Casey Kendall, Jerry Don Clayton, Garitas, Rick Cerrone, Chris Gwynn, Mel Hall. That guy's like in jail, I think now. He was like convicted of some kind of like child sex abuse or something. And I'm reading this book called The Last Night of the Yankee Dynasty by Buster Olney. It's about like sort of the end of their kind of mid to early 2000s, or really 2000, mid 90s to 2000 championship run, and sort of how it ended. It said they talk a lot about kind of the players that were on the team sort of before and during that stretch, and Mel Hall was like supposed to be just like a total asshole on the team, like one of those guys that just everybody hates. But they only mention him very briefly. Okay, anyway, so that's 91 Stadium Club Series 2. And that's it. What the heck? Okay, I'm sorry. I was just looking at my video and I thought it had stopped recording, but I was wrong. So yeah, so I'll get these packs online. Hopefully by the time this video is posted, they'll be up. And I'll have some links. And if you want to come by some kind of cheaper packs, I should have a good selection now. I've been kind of debating whether I should just go freaking all in on selling like individual packs and small lots of packs, like 6 packs, because I have so many things, and I know a lot of people, they don't really want to spend $100, $200, $300 on a box, but they might want to buy just a pack or two because it's way cheaper, and you can still get some cool stuff. And I mean, the problem with doing that generally online is that you don't know if you can trust the place they came from, if those packs are searched, or if they've been like, sometimes what I hear people can do is, or have done is like, if they have a case of cards, they'll open boxes till they get the case hit, if there is a case hit, and then they'll sell the rest of the boxes. Or they might do that with a pack or a box. They might like open up a box, open packs until they get the autograph out of it, and then sell the rest of the packs. And obviously you don't want to buy packs from somebody who does that, so I would not do that. If you watch this channel, you know I'm a pretty straight shooter, so you know maybe people would be more interested in buying packs if they can trust where they came from, but that's just a suspicion. I also think just because my individual packs, my cheapo packs that I've been posting previously have been selling fairly well, that indicates maybe there's a lot of people that want to buy packs. So I might think about doing that. I'd be interested in your feedback. Because I just have a lot of boxes that, you know, I could sell packs out of, and I'd be happy to do that if I knew I could sell the packs, but I don't really want to open the box if I can't, you know, nobody wants the packs, if you know what I'm saying. Rather just keep it in a sealed box. Anyway, so I might do that. And speaking of packs, there were a few items at the local Walmart recently, so I picked these up, and I'll sell these somewhere between like my cost and the lowest price, you know, available, like on eBay, or sometimes it's hard to find prices on this stuff because people don't sell individual packs. They only sell like, you know, lots of them just because the shipping is so much, so it's kind of hard to find sort of secondary market prices on this stuff because they don't really sell these as individual packs at like Blowout and Dave & Adams. But anyways, my goal is to give everybody a pretty good deal. I don't know if I'll sell them at cost unless that's just kind of what they're going for. Just because it is kind of a pain to get these, and you know, it's not really worth the time and effort to deal with them if there's not a little bit of profit in there. But I do want to pass these on for cheaper than, you know, anybody else is selling them. So that's the goal. But this is 2021 Donruss. This is 2020 Upper Deck. I only got like 3 of these hockey ones, and I only got like a handful of these. I got a fair number of these. For whatever reason, Donruss has been easier to find this year for me than anything else. But I will. I'll put those up, and those will be pretty cheap. And yeah, that's it. So let's get to these cards, and I'll tell you my story. It's sort of, I don't know, I'll make it kind of short and sweet. First I want to say I love this show. If you have a way to watch it, I would check it out if you are a Star Trek fan. I'm like kind of a medium Star Trek fan. I mean, I haven't seen like everything in the Star Trek universe. Although I think the only thing that I haven't seen is like all of season 2 of Star Trek Discovery, and I think that's in season 3 now. And I haven't seen all of Deep Space Nine, but other than that, I've seen everything. But anyways, you know, I do enjoy the modern Star Trek shows. I love the modern Star Trek movies. And when something new comes out, I'll definitely check it out, although it took me forever to watch Star Trek Discovery. But that's decent, although it's, I don't know, it's kind of waning on my interest, but I loved this show, and it's coming out for season 2. So, recommend it. Anyways, so yeah, the story I have is, like basically this past week, I got this order from, somebody on hotcardboard.com, and it was for, 2 hobby boxes of, 2018 Spectra basketball, which is the Luka, you know, Trae Young rookie year. And boy, look at the damage on that corner. Thanks for nothing. So anyways, those boxes sell for, I think, like almost $3,000 on Blowout. I had them at like $2,700. And somebody bought 2 of them, which I think was all that I had on the site. And I was like, oh wow, that's a great sale. It's like, you know, $5,600 of product that I paid, like, I think I bought those boxes for like $300 back in the day, so that was a really good investment. So anyways, I got that order in. By the way, these boxes are serial numbered to 7500. This is box 301. So I got that order in, but the problem was my online commerce software, which is Shopify, for those of you who care. It's like the most common store for doing just online stores, or online. It's the most common online software for doing online commerce. And anyways, that has like some fraud sort of detection features, which are pretty rudimentary, but they're pretty solid. So they can tell you if an order is like a fraud risk, and there's like low, medium, and high risk. And I've gotten 1 or 2 mediums, but I shipped them anyways because they seemed, they were pretty low dollar and they seemed pretty low risk. But this order I got for $5,700 or whatever it was, 56, had a high risk listed on it, and that was kind of a bit of a scary thing to see. So anyways, the order was basically from somebody in New York, like Long Island, and the shipping was to somewhere in Brooklyn. And I was like, oh, well, that could certainly make sense. I mean, someone might have an office or something, but there were 2 like residential homes, and that's a little bit weirder. That's a little bit weirder. I don't know why you'd have your billing go to like one residential place and your shipping go to a totally different place. So I thought it was a little bit weird, but I emailed the dude, and he confirmed that the addresses were correct, and I asked for a telephone number, and he gave me the telephone number, and it was a New York number, but I did not call it, just because I don't really like to talk to people who are trying to defraud me. But he was responsive enough on email, and I don't know, I just sort of thought, well, it kind of makes sense that somebody would just be in 2 parts of New York, and the shipping address would be a little bit different than the billing address. So I'd boxed this order up, $600 in cards. I'd box it up, and I'd put a label on it. I'd said, all right, I'm going to ship it out. I'd actually put it out to be picked up. But what happened was, like, shortly after I told this guy that I would ship it out, I got another order, you guys, that was for like $9,000. It was like a bunch of just, good boxes from 2019 or so. And I was like, oh man. And it was another high fraud risk. And I was like, oh man, what's going on here? So I went, I looked. It was kind of a miracle. This package didn't get picked up while I was sort of waiting, or while, before that second order came in, because when that second order came in, I looked at it, and it was like the same situation, but it was like in Pennsylvania, where the order, like, billing address was somewhere, but this time it was like 180 miles away from the shipping address. And I looked at the 2 addresses in Google, and like the billing address was like a really nice home in a gated sort of property, or like, I don't know if it was gated, but it was like a like a development. Did I say Pennsylvania? It's in Florida. So like the billing address was this really nice house in kind of a gated community in Florida. And then the shipping address was like a total dump that was like 200 miles away. No offense to the guy trying to defraud me or his compatriot, but it like literally like the roof was like totally in like falling apart condition. It was just a disaster. It was a total mess. I mean, it really looked bad. And I was like, man, that is awful suspicious. But then the key, which I don't want to tell too much of the secret, because who knows if this guy's watching and will try to defraud me again. But I basically noticed something. And let me tell you this: I have a background in like IT, and I sort of the technology is something that relates to my job area. And I'm a pretty good investigator with these kinds of things, but I was able to basically match that second order to the first order based on something that the person did that I don't think they realized could be done. And soon as that matched, I was like, oh, both of these orders are fraudulent. So I canceled them both, and the problem with that is, by the way, I was gonna see if this has any guarantee. Nope, no guaranteed hits. I'm guessing there'll be one autograph, and I see a card that's maybe backward. Oh, look at that first pack autograph! Wow. I just want to wrap this story up real quick. Anyway, so I knew they were fraudulent. I canceled them, and this is like $15,000 in orders. So the problem is, when this happens, they don't like the credit card processor does not refund you the fee that they charge for the payment. So that's like 3%. So for on a $10,000 order, it's like $300 in fees that now I have to swallow because of these freaking fraudulent orders. So that's lame. All right, autograph. Sumali Montano. Gosh, I'm not sure if I remember who she was in this. There's Marisol Asha. Okay, we'll have to look out for her. It's been a while since I watched this, so I'm not super up to speed. And I won't tell you too well. I'll tell you a little bit about the plot. So anyways, that was my almost got defrauded story. And then, like, a few days later, I get a frickin' a credit card sent to me in the mail from a bank. Like one of these kind of fancier banks. I won't mention the name of, but it's like sort of a newer online only bank. And it's got a credit card in it. It's actually a debit card, and it's got my name on it. And I could tell it's like a real credit card. It's got like a number on it. It's got a Visa symbol. It's got a signature on it. It's my signature, but it's like wrong. And I'm like, what the hell? So I called up the bank, and I'm like, yeah, I got this card, and I don't have an account with you. And I'm a little concerned because it's got a signature that's been faked, obviously. So they looked up, and they're like, yep, somebody opened an account, and they had my social security number, and they had my, that's 7 of 9, who makes a little cameo in the show for you Star Trek Voyager fans. So that, yeah, somebody opened an account, but they'll cancel it, blah, blah, blah. I'm a little worried because I was like, okay, well, I need all the details on this because obviously this is a crime that's been committed. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll send you some by email. They never sent me anything, so I'm about to call those suckers back. So anyway, somebody tried to open a frickin' bank account in my name, which is not good, you guys. It's not good at all. The only thing is, like, in order to really do that with any legitimate bank, they have to use your credit or your social security number, and then that will do a credit pull, and then I will be able to see that. But yeah, this is the opening scene where Jean-Luc Picard is having some tea with. They're playing cards, and then we realize it's a dream shortly thereafter. So these cards are pretty high quality. They're very thick. Very thick card. It's like kind of the thickness of like a autographed or a refractor out of tops, like chrome or something. So yeah, that was my identity theft story. I mean, it's a little disconcerting because, I mean, theoretically this person could just go and open as many accounts as they want. I mean, obviously I'll see it. And I think you can kind of like lock your credit, credit reporting account. So like basically whenever a bank tries to run your credit, like through, one of the 3 big agencies, they will get denied, and then your account won't go through. So yeah, watch your step out there, guys. A lot of shenanigans, not a lot of shenanigans. I'm kind of bummed we got that autograph in the first pack because it sort of makes opening the rest of these sort of boring. And I don't think there's any like parallels or anything in this product. again. So I think there's a bunch of cards that say Nepenthe. Okay, in a flashback from 3 weeks earlier, Agnes Girardi is approached by Commodore O. The head of Starfleet Security O warns Agnes via mind meld that if synthetic life were permitted to exist, it would cause the destruction of the galaxy. She gives Agnes a Viridium tracking device to swallow and orders her to accompany Picard on his mission and to kill Bruce Maddox to prevent the advancement of synthetic life. Alright, this video is going like super long, so I'm gonna probably open like this stack, this little smaller stack, and then call it quits. Because I gotta get on top of getting all those cards of remembrance. So lots of cameos in here. There's Jonathan, what's his name? And that's Deanna Troi. Jonathan Frakes, I think, is the actor's name, but it's number 1. More 7-9. More Borg. I'm hoping we get a card with this Marisol Asha character who I can't remember. That's the one we got an autograph of. So I gotta, speaking of things from my distributor, this is, let's see, not sure, I think that's like the head of Starfleet, if I'm not mistaken. I got a notification from my distributor that I got another pre-order filled of a product that I was excited to get because I didn't think I was going to get any. And it's something that's shot up in value since like it was announced, and I think it's just coming out because it just shipped to me. But it's Topps Chrome Formula 1 race car cards that are selling for like $550 a box or so, and I think I paid like $50 a box. It's kind of what happens sometimes with this stuff. So anyways, that's a nice little profit. But, you know, I just lost $400 to the fraudster. Actually, to the bank account, or to the credit card processor. Wow, 2 autographs. So who, she's like a kid. Oh yeah, she's, I think that's her real, that's the actress's name, yeah. She's, the child of, number 1 and Deanna Troi, I believe. Yeah, so, Commander Riker, that's number 1's name. Kestra Troi Riker, so that's cool. She's got a fun little autograph. I wonder how old she is. I think she's like, I can't remember. I think she was like maybe 12 or something in that show, but again, it's been a while since I've seen it, so. So yeah, I got those race cards. You know, unfortunately, because of the appreciation, I will probably just have to sell those things. Oh, another thing I wanted to talk about is, oh, this is fun. What is this? It's like a little, it's like a kind of a cutout. It's got perforations right there. RT-28, so that's fun. It's the first one of those we've gotten. So it's exciting. We got 2 autos, and we got some kind of like subset card, puzzle card or something. So I was gonna say, yeah, that 2020 basketball Prism hobby case that I bought. Oh my God, that's like one of the greatest regrets of my life, you guys. So when I bought it, basically the per box price of the boxes I bought in there were like $2,100, I think at that time. Blowout was selling them for like $2,400-$2,500, so it was it was a good deal at the time. There's the autograph we just got. Wait a minute. This is like some kind of special card. It's kind of raised print. We'll read this. The youngest child of Deanna Troi and William Riker, Kestra loved adventure and imagination. Her older brother Thad, who had died a few years earlier, created elaborate fantasy worlds complete with languages for his sister and him to play in. Kestra continued to play those games after her brother's death. She met Picard and Soji when they arrived at her home, seeking refuge. Fascinated by Soji, Kestra encouraged Data's daughter to more fully trust Picard so he could protect her. Yeah, so I remember, like, she was befriends, like, the main character, which is like this. Well, I can't say much without spoiling it, so I won't. Yeah, so, that Prism basketball, this is the last pack I'll do. So, yeah, that Prism basketball that I bought for $2,100 a box, and I bought a case of it. Now I can get those boxes for $1,500, so that's a $600 per box loss times 12. $7,000 loss right there, guys. I mean, it's not a loss until you sell it, but Deanna Troi, like, special raised printing card. So that was a gigantic mistake. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I also bought a case of 2021 Revolution basketball, and I think I got those boxes for like $285, and they were selling for like $350 on Blowout at the time, but now they're selling for like $289 or something. So that's gone down a shitload. So I have absolutely picked the worst things to buy from 2020 basketball. And meanwhile, like, things like Hoops and Donruss have gone down like a little bit, just a tiny bit, but not much. I wouldn't have lost money if I'd bought those, when they came out at the prices I could have gotten them at. I mean, I guess I wouldn't have really lost as much on Prism either if I just waited until I could get that in the aftermarket, but I decided to be a wise guy and buy a pre-order from David Adams, and good Lord, was that a mistake? But these are the things. This is how you learn what to do. And usually I'm pretty right about what I choose to buy, but I don't know. I just got it totally wrong on that, so I'm not sure what to say. So all right, well, that's all I got for now. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Appreciate your comments and feedback. Go and pick up some cheap packs or some expensive boxes on hotcardboard.com, and we'll see y'all soon. All right, bye now.